Hello my owls, I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. I'm going to be talking about how to learn tarot for beginners. We are going to be beginner friendly in this video, hopefully. This was asked in the Armenian community when I asked people, what do you want to have as a video? What do you want to know? What can I help you with? And so someone that is a complete newbie to tarot wanted to know how to learn tarot, some things for beginners, and so here I am. So thank you very much for asking this question. So I'm hope that I am going to be able to answer your questions the best way I can. So tarot for beginners. Let's start with something that some people don't know because they get confused. There are people that are unaware that tarot cards always have 78 cards, like 8 cards that are divided into two major. There is the major arcana, and it has 22 cards, going from 0 with the Fool to 21, the World. It's always the same. It does not change. Sometimes, too, that I will be talking about later. Sometimes the Fool is not card 0, but card 22. But to that a little bit later. And then the other 56 cards, they are called the minor arcana. And the minor arcana is divided into 4 suits. You have cups or chalices. You have pentacles or coins. You have wands or batons. And you have swords or knife or whatever thing that is. And every suit has the court cards that go from page to knight to queen to king, or they have a different name depending on something else that I will talk in a bit. Just hold on tight. And they will go from ace to 10. So you have the ace of wands, you have the 2 of wands, and so on and so forth till the 10 of wands, and this completes the suit. So then I have been talking about, it could be that the Fool is not card 0 but card 22, and also that sometimes the core cards have different names. Yes, because tarot has different systems. The most known system out there that you probably have heard about before is the Rider-Waite Tarot. You know this image, the Magician, card number 1. So this is the most known system out there. But there are other tarot systems that works differently, not the same as the Rider-Waite Tarot. The meanings are different, the card functions are also different. So the thing that I am wanting for you as a beginner to know is, if you start with wanting to read tarot, choose a system of one of the following that I know of. So the one that is mostly known and that everyone uses in this wide spectrum of the internet is the Rider-Waite. Like mine here is not the original Rider-Waite, mine is the Radiant Rider-Waite, because I find that the original cards, the cards are a little bit, how do you say, the colors are not vibrant enough for me. I find them kind of meh. So this is my Rider-Waite. The cards are a little bit more vibrant, but the artwork is the same as the original Rider-Waite, just that mine is a little bit vibrant in colors because I just like to have more colors than the original. But the system is the same, because the meanings of the original is the same meanings as for this here. Then I will try to, either I will ask my friend, or in the Amino community that I'm part of, by the way, link in the description if you want to join. We have also different kind of tarot systems and names, and their image and their artwork is a little bit different. So there is the French tarot called Marseille. I will try to put here an image. I hopefully my future self who is editing this is putting the image of La Marseille here. So from the image you see, the Marseille looks a little bit different than the Rider-Waite that most people know about. It's French tarot, so the names of the tarot cards will be in French, of course, and that's why Page, Knight, Queen and King will be a little bit different, because it's not going to be in English, it's going to be in French, and maybe not even Page and Knight, it may be even something else. I don't know much about the Marseille tarot, to be honest. I just know that it's French, and it does not work like the Rider-Waite. The meanings are not the same. You should never use the meanings of the Rider-Waite with this type of cards image. No. Then we have another tarot system. It's called the Thoth tarot. I hope I have an image here as well of the Thoth. This is made by Aleister Crowley. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. This is also a different type of tarot system, different than the Rider-Waite, different than Marseille, with different meanings and functions as well. It's a system on its own, so all the cards that look like the Thoth that I have shown here have the same meanings in its own, by Aleister Crowley. And then another that I hope that I remember correctly, because my soul sister, my friend, the fellow leader of the Amino community that I am part of, Sonia, hi, if you're seeing this video, hi. Hope you're doing good. She has taught me and others about the different tarot systems. Most of the people don't want to listen to about that, but yeah, knowledge is a lot better than ignorance, so I'm gonna tell you. So there is also an Italian tarot. I think it's either Sforza or Sibilla. I don't remember correctly, I'm so sorry. I will try to put, if there are two different ones, I will put the image and the name of the things of the cards and the systems here as well, so you know which is La Sibilla and which is Sforza. There are also different systems with different meanings of the cards, different functions of the cards when in a spread. So yeah, the first thing that you do is find the system that you want to learn. The most known is Rider-Waite, so I think that you want to learn about this. If not, then you do the same steps with the tarot system that you want to learn about. Just that I am using the example of the Rider-Waite because that is the one that I know of. And when you want to learn about something, you get a book. And the best way to learn about something is with an original book from the one that made the deck. And here I have the book. It's the original Rider-Waite Key to Tarot, written by the person himself that made this deck, A.E. White. The Rider-Waite made by him, the book from himself. The foreword is written by Liz Greeny. So Liz Greeny's made the foreword, just the talking to, and then after the foreword we come to the part where Mr. White talks about his own deck in different ways, and this book in particular, the meanings of the cards are called, hold on, let me search for it. Here you go. Not sure if you can see it on the thing, but where is it? You have here like divinatory meaning, which means basically divinatory comes from divinare. It means prediction, so it's the keywords for prediction readings. Because tarot, I back then, tarot was mostly used to predict the future, to look into the future. So that's why it's called divination. It's to look into the future. Just so we have a small meanings of the words here. So this book is the original one from this deck. So what my recommendation is to get books that talk about your tarot deck, to read them, and preferably the one that is from the original person that made the deck, in this case from Mr. White himself. Of course, there are a lot of books out there now that are a little bit more modernized, because now tarot changed with the times, and it's not now just only something that you use to predict things, but some use it to dive deeper into their subconscious, to use it as a form of improving themselves for self-growth and so forth and so on. And like, I have a different book that I use for those types of readings. I use this book for predictions only. If you have seen the latest predictions readings that I do, I pull out this book and I look at the meanings from this book for when I'm predicting something. When I'm not predicting something, and when it's something that has more to do with self-growth or with other things, then I use a PDF that my friend Sonia sent me, because someone else has shown it to her, and she is someone that really cares for the tradition and for the original meaning of tarot and divination. And the PDF that she received from the other person that was learning right away was the one that was closest to the original meanings. So she sent me that PDF link as well. I will link the PDF down below, but it's the I don't have my iPad here with me, unfortunately, but it's the Holistic Book of Tarot, I think, from the top of my head, the name, by a person that I don't remember the author. But you will see the image here, and the link to the PDF will be in the description. But yeah, get books and read on those, and stick to 1 or 2 books. Like, use those books as an anchor. Those are, of course you can read more books, but the best way to do things is choose 1 or 2 that you feel like make the most sense to you, that you want to use in your practice, and stick with them and their meanings. Do not take on other meanings. Like there are a lot of internet sites that you can Google the meanings of the tarot cards, and then they have their like this whole paragraph of keywords for one card, and then a whole paragraph for the reversed meaning. And unfortunately, it's not a whole paragraph. The original one here, like the Wheel of Fortune here, the upright meanings are destiny, fortune, success, luck, happiness. There are only 5 keywords. The reverse meaning is increase, abundance, superfluity. 3 keywords. It's not a whole paragraph. Those sites, more often than not, are people that have not really studied tarot and gone more of the path of energy reader. So whenever they read tarot, they would use their intuition, and the intuition would tell, hey, this card means this, but in reality, they just tapped into their intuition, their psychic abilities, and are not really reading cards. So I'm sorry to be the one that breaks this to you, and I'm probably going to make myself some enemies, but reading tarot cards, if we are going by definition only, means that you are reading from the meanings of the books. Either this one, the one that I have, the PDF that I am providing you the link to in the description, or whatever book that you have chosen to use for your practice. This is going to be your anchor book, your basic, and nothing else. Like tarot reading is really reading the cards with the meanings and their functions. Because I know, for example, in one of the tarot systems that is more hereditary, the death card, when it's in a row, whatever the death card is placed, you could say that this part here is a phase, then comes the death that is going to be like a breaking point, like it's the end there. This is one thing, and what comes after the death is one other thing. And the death is there, the card, the function there is to just separate those two things from each other, and show you, hey, this is a sequence, this is not a sequence. This death card here is just to tell you, hey, the first sequence is over, and this is now the starting point. So this is the function of the card in this case, not the meaning of the card, because meaning and functions are completely different. Let me take a sip of water because my throat. So, now back to the beginning, after my long tangent of I want to be explaining this so that you know the correct way correct way, or also not the correct way. You can see it however you want it. It's the correct way for me personally, and I personally I am trying to mix both, being an energy reader and channeler and a tarot reader. So I will do both things. Sometimes the meaning of the cards is coming from my intuition. Sometimes I'm going to be looking at the book to see, hey, yeah, what is really the meaning of this card. But yeah, you get your books. You got the ones that I recommended for the Rider-Waite. And then you get your deck. You buy your deck. What I like to do is cleanse my deck before I use it. You don't have to do it if you don't feel like it. There are different ways to cleansing your deck. I even made a whole long video on how I do it when I get a new deck. Like I cleanse it with Palo Santo or white sage, if they are ethically resourced, of course. And then I do some other things. It's just my way of connecting with the deck. So you can cleanse your deck either with ethically sourced Palo Santo, white sage. You can use incense. If you don't like burning things, you can use selenite. Like I have a selenite one. Hold on. Like I smoke cleanse my deck once. It's the first time I get the deck, and after that I never cleanse them with smoke again because I don't want to damage the cards. So I use, after cleansing it for the first time with smoke, it's just a ritual that I do. After that I always cleanse my deck with a selenite wand. You don't even need a wand. You don't even need any smokes or whatever. You can also just get your card out and knock on it with the intention that you're cleansing the deck. So 3 times you knock on it at the bottom. You can knock on it on top, whatever feels right to you, and voila, your cards have been cleansed. Before you start reading your cards, I want you to ground yourself. And I made a whole video about this in the playlist Tarot 101. Before it's called, the video is called Before Doing a Reading, any type of reading, tarot cards or oracle cards or scrying or whatever. I suggest there are things that you should do before you do any readings, and the most important thing is to ground yourself. Ground yourself. Repeat after me. You ground yourself. You ground yourself. I ground myself. Okay. Then you connect with your cards. I like to connect with my cards first in the way that I am going to look at each card one by one. At the artwork, I hold each card in my hand once, and I go down like this. You can also see me doing that in that longer video of, it's also in the playlist Tarot 101 if you want to watch it. You don't even have to look at the normal speed. You can just speed it up. Because it's really a long video, because I went really into detail with that one. So I look at every card, each card of them. You can also do it easier and just go like this and touch the corner of the cards to connect with your cards, if that is what you want to do. After that, you can start reading your cards. I personally like to do a deck interview, just so that I get to know my deck, or like people say that decks don't have a personality, because it's just cards. So I guess the entity that is going to be using the deck as a way of communication, so to learn them and so on. I personally like to look at it as the tarot deck being an entity of its own. So I wanted to know about the tarot deck, so I do a deck interview. There are a whole lot of different spreads around the internet. You find one for yourself and try that. I take one from the internet and I add like 2 more questions to it. Just I once did with Sonia. We once did a spread for our dusty decks, for the decks that we never use or don't use often, because I don't know why. And some of the questions that we use for this spread is what do you want to be used for and what do you not want to be used for. And so each, because I've learned this with my starseed oracle deck. It's, by the way, I turned around because I was looking at it. It's on top of my altar right now. Because sometimes it would not answer any of my questions and not give me a card. So I've learned that sometimes you don't get cards for the questions that you're asking. So that's why I kind of learned it in a way that there are some decks that don't want to answer specific questions but others. So that's what I do. But for you that is starting fresh and new, forget all about the deck interview. Something more easy for beginners is to pull one card of the day. Like you sit there, you shuffle your cards, and you think about a card of the day. What card of the day? What card will represent your day? You do that, in best cases, do this in the morning. Then you pull a card. Let's say, for example, it's not the card of the day for me today, but let's say, for example, you pull the 6 of Cups. You look at the 6 of Cups, you let it there, and you go and you leave that card there on your table. You go on your day, you don't think about what it could be, nothing. You just leave it there. You go on with your day. You do your day, and then before going to bed, or when nothing is going to happen, anything major anymore at night, you come back, you look at the card, you have your journal. I would suggest you, if you want to learn tarot, you get yourself a journal, a book, something that you can write on it. Like I, for example, have here my journal, my physical journal that I started using. Now I have an online journal on Amino community, where I would put in the date. So you put the date, then the card that you have pulled, and then you think about what happened on your day. Like you write little keywords of what has happened in your day, and you write that down. Then I want you, after you wrote down what happened to yourself, I want you to take your anchor book and look at the meaning of the card and write those meanings in a separate paragraph. Then you have what happened to you in one paragraph, and then in another paragraph you have the meaning of the card from your anchor book, whichever book you are using. And then you compare. So are there any similarities to what you what happened to you, what you experienced that day, to the meanings of the book? And you do that every day, because learning tarot card takes time. It's like learning a language. You're not going to get it right the first time. You will get it wrong often. Even the most seasoned tarot reader may get things wrong because we are humans, we make mistakes. We can interpret something wrong even though the card was right. We interpreted it wrong, and so we didn't get the message from the divine right across, because we are human, we don't know everything, and we will make mistakes. So don't rush it. Take your time to learn. I know it's a little bit tedious to do this every day, to pull a card, to write that down. You don't even have to write a whole essay for the day. Just some keywords is okay. Comparing the keywords of what happened on your day with the keywords of the book, so that you can see what happens. And sometimes when you get multiple times, you will sometimes get the 6 of, let's say for example, today is Saturday and I pulled the 6 of Cups. Then tomorrow is Sunday and I will pull the 6 of Cups, and I will pull the 5 of Swords. Then on Monday I will pull the Magician in reverse, and on Tuesday I will pull the 6 of Cups again. So is there something similar to, then you can compare as well. When you get the cards again and again, you can compare again what happened on your day, on that day, and what happened on the other day where you pulled the same card. Is there something that is the same with also the meaning of the books? And so you learn to get to know the cards with your experiences, and as well as the meanings of the book. And honestly, a tarot deck has 78 cards, reversed as well, so there are a lot of meanings behind that. And tarot reading is not learning tarot is not something that you should rush. It will take time because it's a lot of cards and a lot of meanings, and you cannot learn it like others say in 3 weeks or in a month, because they are not really learning tarot per se. They are just mostly telling you to learn your intuition and channel the messages, and that is something completely different. It's not reading tarot, it's something on its own. And that's why if you really want to learn tarot, then you have to know that it's going to take you a long time. I've been learning tarot since 2020 and it's now 2025. It's been 5 years and I still have things to learn. I've still don't know the meanings of all the cards. I will still look up the meanings in my anchor books, because it's just so much to it than anything else. So, and I personally am trying to balance out reading tarot and channeling message and fuse those two, because I started, like everyone else as well, with trusting my intuition when reading tarot cards. I just channeled the messages. I didn't care about the meanings of the deck correctly, till the day I was having a chat with the people on the Amino community, and with someone that was a real tarot reader that was really focusing on the meanings of the cards and the functions of the cards, and not channeling the things. So we have to separate those things from each other. Reading tarot is one thing, channeling, intuition is something else. And you can, of course, fuse those two. But if you are more of that person that channels messages, intuition thing, and you don't care about the meanings nor the function of the cards, then please don't call yourself a tarot reader, because you are not reading tarot. Yeah, that is my 2 cents to this. I'm sorry that this video got a little bit longer and I went on a tangent. I just wanted to make sure that we are on the same page, that you understand where I'm coming from, with everything that that there is to know about tarot. I hope fully that you as a beginner are not scared of learning it, because it's really cool. It's like really like learning a new language. You will start first with a few words, and then you can make a sentence out of it. You can, after one card pulls, you can pull 2 cards and combine them together and have one word with another word and make a sentence out of it. Like, tarot is really like learning a language. It takes time, dedication, and it's not something that you should rush yourself with. So yeah, I hope that this was of help. I hope that I could explain the things well enough so that you could understand, and I wish you good luck with learning tarot from here on out. And of course, if it's possible, join a community where people read tarot. I would suggest the one that I am in, the Amino community, in the description, because people can also help with giving tips and tricks on how to learn tarot. It's not just something that you have to do yourself. You can ask the veterans how they do this. They will have little tidbits and things for your journey. So I hope that this video was of help. I hope that you liked it. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe to the channel so that you can always be up to date to when something new is going to be uploaded. If you like this video, then leave a like. It would make me happy and it would help me spread the words that I've said. If you find it helpful that others, hey, what she said made sense, others need to know about this too. So it is not something to force yourself to do, but if you feel like it, then thank you very much. Well then, thank you for listening to me babble about this. I got a little bit passionate there. So wherever it's day, morning, day, evening or night, I hope that you have a wonderful time. And if you can do one thing for me, please be kind to yourself. Bye bye.